What's up, tea mamas and gents, and welcome back to another freaking video. So in today's video, you guys are going to watch me stitch braid my husband's hair while I tell you a story time about the time God sent a prophet to me to tell me exactly what I should be doing with my life. So about 2 years ago, I was in a really funky place where I just felt like I wasn't doing enough. I wasn't following my calling. I didn't know what my calling was. I knew that I had a lot of things that I wanted to do. God has blessed me with a lot of gifts, and I find myself trying to perfect them all at the same time. And I was just feeling so overwhelmed, so confused, and so unsure of where I should start with the gifts that he's given me, like which gift I should use as my niche or what gift I should nurture. So I was seeking God, and God is so amazing, y'all. Let me tell y'all how good he is. So in the midst of me seeking him for answers, I was praying, asking that he would just send me some type of sign, some type of confirmation to let me know what he had been telling me was exactly what he wanted me to do. So for some time, God had been telling me that he wanted me to do hair. Now, me being me, I'm like, I do not want to get into the hair industry. I do not want that responsibility on my conscience. Because if somebody came to me to get their hair done for their birthday and I messed it up or it wasn't to their liking, I would be so devastated. Like, I would literally cry with them. Like, I would be so sad about that or whatever. And as a woman or anybody, or like as a man, as a woman or as a man, your hair is your crown. So for me to be responsible for something like that, I was just so hesitant about the whole thing. And I'm like, I don't know about that. I can do my own hair, but I don't know if I want to be responsible for anybody else's. So long story short, when God want to tell you something, he's going to find you no matter where you are, what you're doing, or who you're with. This time in particular, he found me at an anniversary party. My late cousin had gotten married just a year prior to this party that we went to. And at this party, we were partying. Like, when I mean the music was flowing, the drinks was flowing, like everything. I wasn't sober, to say the least. And I was, it just didn't seem like an atmosphere where God would come and try to tell you anything. But by the end of the night, I found myself talking to this woman. I've never met this woman a day in my life. And my husband is so protective over me, my fiance at the time. He's so protective over me. He kind of just stood back in a background, but was like paying attention to exactly what she was saying to me, just to make sure it wasn't no bullcrap or whatever. So I'm listening to the lady. I'm just talking to her. Like I said, I've never met her. I don't know her from a can of paint. She don't know me. She don't know nothing about me. And she said, "Do you believe in God?" And I said, "Yes." And she was like, "Is it okay that I tell you basically the message that he has for you?" And I'm tearing up literally as I'm telling y'all this, because God is just so good. He's so amazing. He's so amazing. She was like, "God wanted me to tell you that you're a makeup artist, a hairdresser, hairstylist, makeup artist." And she just kept going back and forth, like she wasn't sure. And she was like, "I just see both of them." And she was like, "You're in the beauty industry. I can see you doing makeup. I can see you doing hair." And she was like, "You got a platform that's waiting for you. And God is going to bless that platform. He's going to use your platform to reach millions and thousands of people." Like, y'all, when I tell y'all, she was giving me so much confirmation. Like, imagine being at a party, like literally a party, smoking, drinking, dancing, listening to secular music. Oh, wow. God has placed a prophet in your presence to give you confirmation on something that you've been praying about behind closed doors. Like I said, I've never met this lady a day in my life. A day in my life. And she came to me and gave me the confirmation that I was seeking. And I was just like, how do you know any of this? Like, how do you know, like, the answers to my questions? And it was just so amazing. It was so heartwarming. Like, I literally broke down and was crying, talking to her. I'm like, thank you for being obedient, because I know that was hard. I know. You probably was like, God, it's not the time or the place. Like, what are you doing? But I just had to thank her and give her her props for being obedient, because I really needed that. Like, I literally, y'all, was in prayer constantly, asking God to send me a sign, asking him, God, and he sent her to me, and I got my answer. So ever since then, I've been trying so hard to pursue just that makeup and hair in one way or another. Rather it is on myself and I'm posting videos, or if I'm doing hair on somebody else, I'm still learning a few styles, or I'm still building my acumen when it comes to certain things. So I know that's going to be a part of the journey. So I've been taking heed to just doing different things to make sure that I'm doing my best, because I know now this is exactly what God has for me. I also have been prophesied to by my old pastor. He came to me one day and he was like, the Holy Spirit told me to tell you that you're going to be social media famous. And I'm like, what? Like, this is before TikTok even was a thing, like before TikTok. I mean, like, of course, before TikTok, but before I even wanted to do social media full time. So I was kind of taken back by that. I'm like, wait a minute, what you talking about? Okay, whatever, Then I'm just like, well, he said it came from God, so I'm going to receive it and I'm going to leave it at that. And to have somebody else come and reassure exactly what that pastor told me years ago. Like, that was 2 years ago. So that pastor told me that like in 2016, 2017, around that time. And I received it, but I never pursued it because I didn't know exactly what that is. And God is so amazing, y'all, because I didn't know exactly what it meant to be social media famous, or I didn't know much about YouTube or anything like that. He placed people in my life to show me exactly what it is. Like, one of my roommates from college was a makeup girly. She's the reason why I know about makeup so in depth the way that I do. She's the reason why I know about YouTube the way that I do. He sent me another friend before he sent me my roommate to let me know what vlogging was. And I'm like, God, what is vlogging? Like, or I didn't say what is vlogging to God. I asked my friend, I said, what is vlogging? She was like, it's like basically like a video blog. I mean, you get your camera and you talk to it or whatever. And I'm like, girl, that's weird. I don't know what you're talking about, whatever. She never showed me exactly what YouTube was, though. She kind of just spoke about it, but she didn't show me what it was. Then I met my roommate, and that's when she showed me exactly what YouTube was. She was telling me about the content creators that she used to watch. Again, this was before TikTok was a big thing or whatever. So I was really just like intrigued by the whole YouTube era. And I'm like, oh, I like this. It's so me. I get to be myself, just like I get to open up and talk to different people. Like, I am the drama. So I'm like, I know I will, have a good following if I did pursue it full time. However, life gets in the way. You get in your own head and, you start doubting yourself because you don't see anybody else doing it. And that's kind of where I've been with this whole thing. Like, my appearance has changed. Like, literally life has happened so much that it's kind of distracted me from being on YouTube or pursuing hair full time. But after that confirmation, I promised myself that I would try with everything in me to continue to put my best foot forward with both. And that's what I've been doing this whole time. I didn't feel like I could do it at one point because I had a job that was like mentally and physically draining. Even though it wasn't I didn't do no hard labor on the job. Sitting at a desk all day for like 8 hours in a day, 10 hours in a day sometimes, was so taxing And then the environment that I was in wasn't conducive of happiness. It wasn't conducive of, me just being who I know I am. So I was like, I have to come off my job. I need the ability, the space, and everything like that to be able to pursue this full time the way that I want to. And ever since then, it's like he's given me grace with doing just that. And if you know, then you know, when I had my son, or before I had my son, when I was pregnant with my son, God gave me permission to go ahead and resign from my position at my job. And I'm like, I took it, and I've been running with content creation ever since, y'all. Like, literally, I have not put my camera down. I've vlogged my whole entire pregnancy, maybe too much of it. And I've been being better about posting and putting it out there. There is a lot of improvement in both hair and content creation. But at this point, I just have to be obedient. And when I tell you God is real, can't nobody tell me that he's not real. Can't nobody tell me that he's not real. Like, I promise you, God is real. He's amazing. And if you will seek him, he will be there. He will find you. He will answer you. He will never leave you nor forsake you.